Hello friends, and welcome to Knowledge by Nature. If you are just now finding me, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. It's always lovely to have you. I have two planners that I wanted to show you today. I know that as we're all kind of getting into the homeschooling mindset, a lot of us have already started, some are about to be starting, and something that you may be wondering about is a homeschool planner. And these are the two homeschool planners that I have. My largest one here is from last year, and my small one is for this year. They are both from Purple Trail, and I like them both very much. So I just wanted to show you the differences between the two and the size differences. That way, if it's something that you might be interested in, you can kind of get a look at what they both look like. Before we do get started, I wanted to let you know that I'm going to put a referral link down in the bottom of the description. This costs nothing extra for you, but it will get you $10 off a purchase of 50 or more, and it will go ahead and give me a couple of purple coins is what it's called. So when you make a purchase through my link, it gives me a few purple coins that I can use to purchase more items from Purple Trail. This is not sponsored by them, and I purchased all of this with my own money. So feel free to use the referral link. It'll save you $10, and I would appreciate it. Let's take a look inside. The really cool thing about Purple Trail is no matter what size that you choose, you're able to customize the cover. And as you can see, I customized two completely different ways. So here is from 2019. I went with a really neat looking marble and I changed the background to purple. I was able to put my name and the year on it, and then I also added the same design to the back. For this year, I designed a different cover. As you can see, I wanted more of a nature theme this year, and so I went with the black and white theme as well as on the outside and the inside. And I took the same print to the back. So you could change this up to where it had a different print in the back, and you can also change it up to where you could have something in the inside if you want it, I believe. Another wonderful thing about Purple Trail is that you are able to customize the inside. So you can get either the inside to be black and white, or you can get the inside to be color. It's kind of hard to see on this, but you can see with the tabs here, we have a green, a teal, blues, pinks, oranges, where with the black and white, it's all black. Before we get into too much of the differences, I did want to talk about the similarities, which were the cover, the insides that you can change, and going into more detail on the insides, you can add different note sheets, attendance records, graph paper, contact list, routine schedules, just different things that you can add to be put in with these besides just the regular calendar. And then you can also add in folders. Before we take a look inside, give me a thumbs up if you like this sort of video and hit that subscribe button. The smaller of the two is a 6x8. This is an 8.5 by 11. They both have very sturdy coiled rings, and I chose the laminated cover for both of them. Alright, I'm going to scoot it back here just so you can see. Now please ignore this page because this is something that I printed off the internet and shrunk down to fit my page. This is a way that I am keeping attendance for this 2021 year. I will show you how I did that in this one. One of the things that I had added is the checklist. There is a student checklist that you can add. I really enjoyed using this last year for tracking attendance. However, I just didn't need this many pages, and so it took up space, and it was something I couldn't really think of a way to use this. I omitted adding the checklist into my smaller version this year, and therefore I just printed this off so that I could use it. So it opens up. You have your planner this belongs to. And then we have the holidays. That is a 2-year for this one. It was 2019 and 2020. This one is 2020 to 2021. And you can start this whenever you want. If you want to start your calendar in September, your planner will start in September and you can go to the next one. If you want to start it in October, you can start it wherever and you will get a full year wherever you want to start it. For me, we usually start in July or August. I have mine starting in August and going to July, but this is only because I chose this. You can do it however you want. So again, we're seeing a major difference in here is the color option. Here is the black and white option. I went this route because one, I just wanted it to be different this year, and so I could kind of compare the two, and I also wanted to kind of add my own color, and I thought that I would be able to do that better with this. You have a blank note paper on the left hand side, and then you have the month title on the next page. This is where your tab is. You turn the tab, and then it opens up to the beginning. So let's go ahead and get in here a little bit closer so that you can see exactly the main differences. All right, I've pulled up July because that is kind of the blankest month that I can show you. Over here, you will see that it says birthdays and events, and this is the Purple Trail Academic Planner. I did forget to mention that. So both of these are the academic planner. They have since come out with a homeschool planner. It actually came out the day that I received this. Had I not already gotten it, I might have gotten it, but I really don't know. The more that I've looked at it, I still think I could have possibly chosen this one over it, but definitely check out their homeschool planner also if you're looking specifically for a homeschool planner. Over here, it also said birthdays and events, but I went through every month and I covered up birthdays because that's something that I don't need for my planner. I did leave the events. And then we have a things to remember. We turn the page and we get the colored 2-page spread of the month. Here we have the black and white 2-page spread of the month. Now you can see there is a pretty big size difference here. I'm just going to show you here. We're looking at 1.5 inches block space for writing in the month versus 1 1/16 inch. That's a pretty big difference. So if you are a very busy scheduled person or you have multiple students that you want to be able to write stuff with, you might possibly want to go with this version because there is a considerable size difference when you're looking at writing space, or even if you are just a person that has a larger handwriting, this might be the space that you're after. Over on the side, we have a small notes section for the month, as well as right here. Another customization that you can do is you can add in the subjects. You can leave this blank, which I chose to do last year, or you can add in the subjects that you want. And I will zoom this up. So here I added all of my subjects for this year because I found it to be very taxing to write in every single month over here. Now you are also very limited on the amount of space that you're getting for your subject here. If you go to the 6x8, you can see you have a very small box to add in your subject, where with the larger, you have a very nice sized box to add in your subject. This is working fine for me, but again, you might want to look over here at your days and know that you're going to be having that same space to write in. Let me show you an example of me writing. All right, for 2019, here you can see where I was writing everything in the blocks. I had quite a bit of space to write different things in, and then the good thing about leaving this blank is that you can change it up if things change throughout the year, which is very nice for that. I felt pretty confident of what I had chosen this year, which is one of the reasons I did go ahead and put this in. I'm having to be more specific on what I'm writing and just be mindful of what all I can fit in here. But again, this isn't a problem for me, but it is something that if you're comparing the two, you might want to think about depending on how much you write, how much you would want to write. If you don't need to write very much, this is very good. If you have multiple children, it could be difficult to fit everything in here, but you could half the block also and color code it. So that's an idea if you prefer a smaller version of color code your children, and then you would know that red was Joe and pink was Susie, and you could put those like that. Coming back to the blank month, on this we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and the weekend is combined. For the larger size, we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So they are both separated. If you do a lot through the weekend or you homeschool a lot through all 7 days, that could make a difference for you as well, because you are going to be seeing the combination of the weekend. At the end of the month, you will come to the sections that you have added. So for last year, I added the checklist, and therefore I'm seeing the checklist first. I'm not sure if you can kind of move these around so that you might have notes next, or checklist, or contacts. I don't know if you can kind of arrange those, but this is where you can add things. I did add the notes section for this year, and I did add a two-sided folder to both sides. I just found this to be very handy to put little stickers and stuff in, or just little receipts that I needed to keep up with for homeschool. I am not 100% sure, but I think if you don't add any notes or any checklist, that you will receive just a few pages of notes. Again, I'm not sure about that, but I got to looking and I added the notes for this one and for this one. When you add the notes, it's $3.95 extra to add each additional section that you would want. So it was $3.95 to add the notes. That gets 24 pages of notes. I went back and I counted my note sheets, and that would have left me with a few extras. So here's just the note sheets. It's just a blank note page with notes up at the top, and then it's blank on the back, and then notes on the other page. It's the same thing over here. We have a blank page and a note page, but I really think that you might get a few sheets of notes. But again, you would have to contact Purple Trail for that, because I am not sure. Currently, it is $3.95 to get the additional sections per section. So it would be $3.95 for the checklist, $3.95 for the notes, $3.95 for the contacts. So every one of those are going to be an additional fee. I'm not sure how much it was for the additional folder either. So that's something else. I will try to look that up and put that right down here so that you would know what the cost is for the additional folder. Another additional cost was adding the customization to the subjects list. So I believe that was $4.95 for them to add this up, but it's on every single page of the planner. So it's a $4.95 fee, but it goes through every single page and it adds that. But again, if that's not something that you need, it's a blank space and you can add that yourself. As you can see that I did here, you can just write it in, change it up throughout the year. But if you don't want to pay the $4.95, you can leave the subjects blank, and this opens up so much flexibility for you to add in whatever subjects that you need to. So again, both of these have the 10 mil laminated sheets. They both are customized covers. They both have wonderful rings that are set. The paper quality is very nice. I'm not getting any sort of bleed through. I use it's like a felt tip pen, and so even up here on the black, I'm getting very, very little bleed through right up there at the top, but I'm not seeing anything through there, and so it's just really nice quality paper. I like all of the customization. I don't think that you could go wrong with either one of these sizes. It would just be what works best for you and your family. So again, we have the small ringed planner and we have the large academic ringed planner. So they're both academic. I have other planners if you would like to see like the differences between a Filofax and a KikiK, things like that. If you'll put that down in the comments below, I would be happy to show you some more differences in planners. But I wanted to just show you two of the homeschool planners because I know that a lot of us are just really getting rolling for homeschool. And if you had any questions about a good homeschool planner, I think Purple Trail is a wonderful planner to choose. The quality is very nice. It held up for me very nicely last year. I expect it to hold up very nice again this year. So if you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!